Okay, so I'm finna get right into it and I'm finna start from the beginning because this entire process has been very sketch from the beginning. So we basically got this offer for one of my homegirls. Her daddy was looking for some security guards. So he asked us for like our information, which was basic information like weight, height, and like stuff like that. So we gave him the information. He said, okay. He gave us like the stuff that we were supposed to do and all this other stuff. So let me just say it was very sketch from the very beginning because I was the only one who got emails. Like the other three guys that I was with, which was my husband, my nephew, and his homeboy, they never got emails about none of the stuff, only me. So I was already thinking to myself, like, this is very just all over the place. And so, yeah, so just a little bit about the job. We was supposed to get paid, fed, and stuff like that, and you get in free. I mean, who wouldn't take the offer? So we drove from Dallas to Houston, and by the time we was all supposed to be there at 7. So by the time we got there, it was 7, and we walked into like complete freaking chaos. Like there was like literally probably like 900 security guards there, but well, like regular people. They were regular people, but there's gonna be security guards, and they were like all over the place, right? They were like, it was like everybody just all over the place. Nobody knew who was in charge. It was just a mess. So then finally this dude stood up and he was like, okay, if you trying to be a security guard, come with me, whoop the whoop. So we all went over. We all was getting in line to sign up. They took me, my husband, and my nephew and his homeboy out the line, and some other people out the line. And we looking at each other like, okay, what's going on? And we figured it out that they were probably going to get rid of us because we were too small. The dude said, no, we're not going to get rid of y'all. Y'all just going to work less hours. And we was like, okay, cool. So that's when we stayed outside the line for a long time, and there was rumors going around that people weren't going to get paid and that we were getting scammed, and that like it was just a bunch of mess and drama. So people started leaving, like security started leaving, and then they started basically picking who they wanted to go inside, who they wanted to do what, blah 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 blah. So yeah, as you can see, it was all over the place. So we thought that we were gonna get sent home. We go to the car. Next thing I know, my husband gets us in, and then me and him get picked to go inside the concert. This is when shit just started getting weird. Okay, it just started getting weirder. Go to part 2. Okay, so it's complete chaos everywhere, right? So finally, we figure out that we're finna get ready to go inside. Y'all, let me just put this out there. People had bags and backpacks and everything like that. They never once searched no bags. They searched no bags. Nobody was COVID tested. There was even this girl I met inside the concert who actually said she showed them a fake vaccination paper, and she was able to get in. She was so lit about being able to get away with that. So yeah, just a little disclaimer, they did not care about COVID, and they didn't care about what was in security's bags and stuff like that. And let me also remind y'all that we were regular people off the streets, like regular people off the streets. They did no background check. They did nothing, okay? Nothing. So we get inside, and we're basically trying to figure out like what area we're gonna work. Now, mind you guys, I only thought that I was going to be doing something simple like scanning bracelets and checking bags, something normal. Very much not. That was not the case. I was about to be doing some real life work that I'd never done in my life. So that was another problem that I just thought was so dumb. So we were walking around, basically trying to figure out where we were going to work, and it was just a mess. I'm listening to all the other people that's coming in as security guards. They're about to work. They are not even normal people. Like, they sound like they're not all the way there up there, and that they have just like, they were like a little off, a little slow. And then he was saying like, okay, everybody needs to call their family, let them know like, we'll do like you all right and what we about to be doing, because in a few minutes your service is not gonna work. I don't know if that's like a normal thing at concerts, because yeah, that was not normal to me. That was very sketchy and very weird. And I was like, okay. So I started letting my family know like I'm not gonna have service. Whoop. Mind you, my nephew and them is still outside the gates. They didn't even get in. So I was calling them, letting them know like, hey, y'all need to hurry up and let me know when y'all get in, because if y'all don't get in, we're gonna leave. So we're just walking around all over the place, don't know where we're going to be. The head security man that was over us did not know where we were going to go. He was just like lost as us, literally just as lost as us. And they were like, okay, we're going to guard this area, we're going to guard that. It was just a mess. You had security guards taking off their vest and just blending in with the regular crowd. You had security guards getting high. Yeah, it was just a hot mess, okay? So, yeah, everybody's just walking around lost. Then, that's when we get to this area, and it's like where we're going to actually be working, right? And there's police officers there. Houston PD. The real deal. Not fake security, but the real deal, okay? Okay, so then we see the officers, and they up there just chilling, having a good time, doing nothing. And I was thinking, okay, maybe that's because the concert didn't start yet, whatever. So we were just walking around. Everything was just like, it was just like in slow-mo, just weird. The vibe was off because everybody was so confused and nobody knew what they were doing, including the people that was over us. So finally the officers leave and I'm like, okay, they're gonna go work. I was wrong. So, yeah. Let's skip to when the concert is starting. There's people there. Tell me why. We're looking around because as a security, you're just standing there. You're just looking. And we're looking, and I'm looking at all these officers, and I'm like telling my husband, like, hey, they're not doing nothing. Like, they're not even doing nothing. Like, they're just recording on their phones, enjoying the concert, and basically leaving the work to us. People who are not even certified for this, okay? They are leaving the job on us, and that was just a no for me. I was like, that's weird. I don't like that they're doing that. So I'm just looking around. I'm seeing all these fans and stuff like that, like all the people who bought tickets and stuff come in. They're strange. They're not normal. And I'm just like, this is like, it just felt like off the whole day. And then the dude that was over us, the security, like the main guy that was over us, this man is like harassing women and like flirting so hard with them that he's like scaring them and they're like leaving. And he was like taking pictures with like some women and stuff like that. Remind you, not doing his job. And he's just like chilling, just parlaying all over the place. And so finally, we looking, I see like at the corner of my eye, like something coming over the gate. Tell me why it's a million little fans jumping over the gate. And I'm like telling my husband, like, okay, like go, because they were already saying like if you don't do nothing either, you're gonna get fired and you won't get your money and stuff. So I was like, okay, go over there, like help. Tell me why this security man, the big one that's over us, fell, and then he gets over there and he does nothing, just staring at them coming over the gate. Like he did nothing. He just watched them come over the gate. And I'm just like, this is giving me very much bad vibes. Like I was like, this is getting wild, and it's still early. Like it's not even dark. And I was telling my husband, I was like, hey, like I don't want you running up to like a bunch of fans and stuff when stuff is going crazy, because they gave us nothing to protect ourselves. They don't care about us. And I was like, it's just not worth our life. Like we got kids to go home to at the end of the day. I hate it, but like we're not certified for this. We didn't even know the grounds. We didn't know nothing. And it was just like, no. I was like, no, don't do that. So we basically made up in our mind that like from now on, it was basically like we're going to watch. And before y'all start, we were not going to watch people die, okay? We were not going to watch them die. It was just like when they were jumping the gates, there's nothing we can do to stop them. That's the part we were going to. This comment right here is so true. Okay, so anyways, so then we asked the boss, like after they broke in or whatever, and then it like kind of like this area was kind of like a little bit dry at this point, because now the police officers are actually on the outside of the gate. But they didn't stay there long, okay? They didn't stay there long. So we asked the boss, we was like, hey, can we go up to the other area where there's more people and there's more crowd, and we can probably try to all spread out over there and keep them from basically smushing each other, right? No, y'all don't want to be up there because the music is too loud. You can't think, you can't hear. But he only said that because he didn't want to go up there. He just wanted to stay in the back and flirt and do nothing, basically. He didn't want to even work. That's what I took it as. So I'm like, that's so dumb. Like, I was like, there's nobody back here. There's nothing for us to do back here, okay? There's nothing. So I felt like we should have been at the front. Nope. He didn't want to do it. And I was like, okay, whatever. So then as the day goes on, y'all, this is the part that's about to get you. So not only do we not have service, and I thought that was very strange, because the service had worked the entire time we was in there, but it did not work anymore. It completely did not work. Like, you could not get hold to nobody from your phone. I thought that was weird. I also thought it was weird that my nephew and them was still stuck on the outside. They never ever got in. They never got in. We don't even know what was going on with that. They didn't even know what was going on with that. So then, this is the part that gets me. We're sitting here. We're literally sitting here, and I'm watching someone open their necklace, sniff something up their nose. You do with that what you will, okay? Sniff something up their nose. I look at the police officer, Houston PD, who looks at me, looking at him, and we're looking at them, and he does nothing. Nothing. He just looks at them sniffing and be weird. And the whole group is doing it. It's not just one person. It's the entire group. And I know he saw them because he literally looked at me and shook his head. And I'm thinking, what are you going to do? So, with that being said, when y'all want to come for security, just remember, if a Houston Police Department is not doing anything, what the hell can we do? We cannot do anything. Okay? So, then it went on. So, as we're still looking around and the concert is going on, Houston PD see people smoking illegal drugs and doing all this stuff, and they're doing nothing. So I told my husband, I was like, this is crazy, because this is the only city I know where something could be illegal and the police department looks right past it as if it's nothing. And you know what they're doing? They're just walking around enjoying the concert, not worried about anybody's safety, anybody's lives. And remind you, I usually don't care about people smoking, but there were kids there. Come on, kids. Okay, so as the day go on, you could definitely tell that the drinks are kicking in, the drugs is kicking in. People were literally wowing. So let's skip to when Lil Baby went up. Okay, so Lil Baby went up, and I'm now the only security at my station. I'm the only security because everybody else left and went to go enjoy the concert. Okay, so I'm the only security there, and this man literally starts raging. He's like raging, like powering up, being very weird, yelling and screaming, and just acting very delusional. And it was so creepy. And the bartender is like freaking out, and she's coming to me. She's like, oh my god, like, where's the dude that's over you guys? Like, we need some help. We need to get him out of here. And I'm like, I don't even know. I'm looking all over for our boss. I'm looking all over for the boss, and I don't even know where he's at. So this man is literally going like crazy, and then some people that was there at the concert just literally had to get him, hold him down, and then take him away. It was like the scariest shit ever. And I was like, yeah, this is not normal. And so keep going, still looking around for this man. He's literally at the front of the concert. Enjoying Lil Baby. Ain't you supposed to be the boss? Ain't you supposed to be over us? Like, this is a hot ass mess. And then you got people still in the back sniffing their drugs. You got people on the side, like, where there's this little gate part where people are not supposed to be. You have people back there laid out on the ground. You got people back there pissing as if these people aren't on the ground. It's just a mess. Never once did I see security go back there and check any of that. Never once did I see police department go back there and check any of that. I never seen anybody do anything. These people were literally tripping out. Like, it was so scary. So afterwards, when the Lil Baby, when his part ended, the security man came back, and I was like, like, people are like wilding, like, what are you gonna do? He was like, that's what they do at concerts. That has nothing to do with us. I mean, we just have to make sure that they don't jump over the gates.